Hello, 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 Geminis. I'm doing Geminis, right? Wow, I'm sorry, I've been a little blown away from the readings today. So I shouldn't be because it is the end of everything that we know for this year. But it's going to continue for a bit. And the reason why I say that is tens have been popping up like no tomorrow, because we're ending the new year or the old year and going into a new. But however, the planets, the universe and all that kind of stuff, they don't keep track of that kind of stuff. That's a human kind of a thing. However, the energies have changed from Capricorn to Aquarius with this new conjunction. So we are moving into, but we're not done with Capricorn yet. We're still moving a little bit slowly. We're getting ready to go through that birth canal. And it is still going to be a little bit painful because, yeah, we still got to go through 21, 22, 23. And there's still a lot of things to come yet. So be ready and just be prepared for your family and yourself. Know what you want to do for your family, yourself. And this is a time of self-reflection with a lot of these planets and energies. Keep your vibrations lifted up, fill them with joy, happiness, weird things, funny things, silly things, that kind of thing. Also ground yourself in nature, music, whatever it is that you love. But most of all, try to pray or do meditation if you can. That's really huge, to listen to the divine and which way he wants you to go. So for those of you who are brand new, now that I've done that spiel, my name is Patty. I'm an empath that I do intuitive tarot and intuitive coaching. Intuitive coaching is like divine counseling. However, I am a coach, not a counselor. I help you, guide you, do whatever the divine asks me to do through your process of what's going on in your life. So that's what sort of like in divine intuitive coaching is about. All right. You can find information down below. I did revamp my website and conjoined Get Balanced 2020 with the Divine Warriors. So I'm excited about that. So you can go on there and see all the different things that you can get coaching. I am going to add a few little shopping items. Mainly, I'm a pouchy kind of a person. I love pouches, like for cards, and I don't know. I just love pouches and stuff. So, and I'm a leathersmith, so I'm going to be posting some pouches made from Japan. I lived in Japan for years and love Japanese things. Pouches for your tarot cards or trinkets or your jewelry, that kind of a thing, on my website as well. So let's get started. This is for the 28th through the 3rd of January. Now, on the 29th, if you've seen, I didn't even put that on there. I'm going to be doing a live for the full moon, and because the full moon's going into Cancer, and then also New Year's Day. And I'm not doing it right on New Year's Day because I want to take a day off. So I'm doing it on the 29th, which is really close because the full moon energies, as you know, they start early around 26th, 27th, and 29th. It's full moon. And then those energies carry into the first of the year. So we'll share those energies and see what the planets are doing, especially with Mars moving and stuff like that too. There's a lot of things going on up there that we can't even see. So let's get going. The first oracle out is going to be for the oracle for the energies, current energies for the 28th through the 3rd. I hear acknowledgement. I hear we've got peaks of joy. Things are ending for some people. Things are beginning for other people. So we have the peaks of joy is the first oracle out. This is also the number 6, which is about harmony and improvement. And these are things that you've been waiting for. There's a transformation for somebody going on, though. There's a big transformation going on for somebody. It's a very freeing, I don't know who this is for, but this was just downloaded. This is a very freeing energy that you are beginning to feel. And so I'm not sure who that resonates with, but you definitely have really grown in yourself, knowing who you are. You're happy with yourself. You're growing, and each day is getting better. I'm not saying you're there yet, but each day is getting better. I don't know who that's for. Somebody's gone through a lot of homework in themselves and things like that. So this is a very good card, very happy. Now, peaks of joy. Now, let me tell you something. Thank you. So they're saying, explain the difference between joy and happiness, because some people are misunderstanding. Okay, yes, they can talk that fast. It's weird how they do that. So peaks of joy. So for those of you who don't know, that are sort of new to spirit, or even if you've been in a religion for many years, a lot of people don't. I didn't know this for 40 some years, that joy is actually from your spirit. This is something that you can't take away. This is something that, like when I teach Get Balanced 2020, this joy is like making memories. You can't take those memories away from you. And sometimes we have bad memories, and sometimes we have good memories. But the joyful memories is something you will carry with you for the rest of your life. It's an unseen spiritual connection to that. Happiness is circumstantial. So this isn't peaks of happiness, because that's a roller coaster, because they're circumstantial. They have to do with the outer self. They have to do with things that we want and desire rather than what we need. So those kind of things. So happiness comes and goes like a fart in the wind, as I say, and because it can change in a heartbeat. I'm in a weird mood today. I think it's the moon. I'm starting to feel it. And the conjunction. Woo. So anyway, peaks of joy are spiritual. These are things that actually we can feel emotionally. We can carry these to our deathbed. Whereas a car, you can't. Yes, you can be happy you got a new car, but then if somebody hits it, then you're sad, you're frustrated, those kind of things. Yeah. Hello, Queen AC. Welcome, welcome. I don't know who this is, so we are going to block. I don't know what that is. Hang on. I hate when people come in and troll. Sorry. Sorry about that. So, Queen AC, thank you. I don't know if that was you that did that, or I'm not quite sure. I don't usually get trolls. I usually don't have a problem with them, but you know what? Bye-bye. If you know me, I don't play games. I don't have time for that. So, sorry about that, but I'll stand up for all the good of high vibrations and everything. And I will put somebody out if I need to. I don't like to, but yeah. So I do this because it's supposed to be joyful and uplifting, not somebody to come in and destruct it and advertise their own business. That's not the reason why I do this. So I do welcome you to say hello. I welcome you to tell me where you're from. I love it. That's why I do the chats. Or if you have a question, I will answer it towards the end. Again, peaks of joy. So that's the difference between joy and happiness. Your happiness comes and goes, fart in the wind. Joy is forever, forever, forever. So you can't steal that. So that's the energy for the 28th through the 3rd. That's the current energy. So the future energy is going to be the solitude. Now, we do have a lot of cards that are number 4, because we are working towards more something that is stable, something that is going to bring us more stability in the future. Now, a lot of people think that stability is something of financial. It's not always financial. It's stability of the mind, stability of the heart. For some, maybe they're lonely all the time. To find somebody that maybe you can interact with, or something that you can do to get that loneliness to dissipate, to lift your vibrations, that might be something to get stability. Stability might be something physical. Maybe you're having an ailment or something like that to get more stable physically, especially injury. I'm going to have a knee replacement, guys, and I don't want to. I'm really putting it off because I know what the pain is. I've had several surgeries, but for this one, I just don't want to go through it, but I know I have to. So the stability of that, getting some stability in your health, your mind, and your spirit. All right. So let's see. Whoop. Yeah. Judgment is the first card out. Okay. So, yes. This is interesting. This is very interesting. We're working towards more of, like I said, stability, but we're also working more towards harmony. We're working more towards improving ourselves because we have 2 of the number 6s set back to back. Okay, and I'll share these here in a second. And then we have 20, which is the number 2, and the number 2 is all about balance. So these are all going in line with each other. So when we have the judgment, we're making decisions. Are we making this, like I said, are we making, and maybe this is why the divine wanted me to talk about joy and happiness. Are we making the decisions in our life and our future 2021? Because if my little thumbnail shows that we're walking into the future kind of a thing, making a decision either by earth, or are we making it by spirit? So if we make decisions by earth, that's sort of like happiness kind of a thing. It's up and down. Whereas if we sort of really walk our life with the spirit in ourselves and are listening to our intuition, like I always say, intuitive. We all are intuitive. I'm not just intuitive. I just have honed my skills over many years, but also the divine has given them to me and I have been allowed to be open to them. So the thing is, are you going to listen to your intuition, which brings you closer to spirit, which makes you hear more, which makes you actually move in your GPS completely differently? Or is it going to be by earth? Because somebody's on a roller coaster. Somebody's not happy. Somebody's thinking more in a depression stage. Depression, there is medical, don't get me wrong, there is medical depression, but depression a lot of the times is our inward thought process. It's the way, that's what I teach in Get Balanced. This is about an inward thought process that needs to be shifted and changed because it is based earthly on happiness. Things that are going your way, things that are not going your way, that kind of a thing. Whereas you can get sad, like my daughter's like, well, you get depressed. No, I don't. I get sad. There are things I do get sad about. I'm a human being. I used to be depressed. I used to be depressed to a point in my late 20s, I almost tried to kill myself. Praise God that I didn't. But the thing is that it was earth thinking. It was about the wrong way of thinking inside myself. It was the value that I have, the self-worth that I have. And in order to bring those peaks of joy back this week, it's just a self process, and it's going to happen for you because this is the 6 of Wands, which is about victory. It is about victory. This is something that you can do. You can overcome. You can make different changes and thinking in a different thought process. Sorry, I'm blowing bubbles. So, but this is a different way of thinking. That's all. It's all it is. And sometimes, and maybe this through this week, that's maybe why the solitude came up. You cannot do this with people around you, distractions. You cannot think about these things and make better choices and decisions in the future, 2021, if you're in a thought process that isn't working. Thank you. So again, through these weeks and weeks that I've done these readings, I kept saying, and through the moons and the retrogrades and everything, this is a process that whatever we have had in the past that isn't working, it's not going to work. So you have to think of a new way of doing things. For me, I used to be negative big time. I used to be manipulative. I used to be a liar. I used to be the bad the shadow side of Patty. That's the way I used to live. And it wasn't until I actually switched my thought process around that it changed. I literally went from thinking from earth to spirit, and my whole life changed. Whole life changed. But it wasn't without a ton of homework and the support of a spiritual friend, a spiritual coach. And that helped me get through the tough parts, to not go backwards. So this is something, but you're going to do it. Somebody's going to do it. Not everybody's going to do it, because somebody's going to give up on themselves, and that's where you will end up again. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Because you know what? I'm not going to give up on you. If you were to contact me, no. And I've had people email me a lot, and ask me questions. I'm right there for you. I'm right there for you. Help you through. All right. So let's see what else we got going. So for somebody, this is going to be a challenge to shift thinking. It's going to be a real challenge to shift thinking. Oh, amazing. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, yes. So the star, yes. Getting that balance again back, improving, getting that balance, feeling that fresh. It is, you are going to have to get, I know this sounds funny, but you are going to have to get naked a little and with yourself, because that's honesty. That is sheer honesty. That is taking off your clothes and looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, I am beautiful. I can do this. I can make this happen, and whatever is hidden is going to come to the light, and whatever you choose to come to the light is going to give you so much relief. So much relief. This is amazing. And when I said take your clothes off and look in the mirror, reminded me when I did my first bodybuilding competition, I had lost 70 pounds. I went from 215 pounds down to 136 pounds in 1 year. And I pissed off my trainer because I wanted to go see Mr. Olympia in Seattle the weekend before our competition. And he was ticked. But long story short, I didn't really look at myself through that process of turning from 215 pounds down to 136. I never really looked at myself in the mirror. I never took time in solitude to really pay attention to what was happening to me. And one day, right before we went to go down to the seminar to meet Mr. Olympia and all that kind of stuff, and actually he was a jerk. Dorian Yates is a jerk. Sorry, but you are. Arrogant. But my story is that I got out of the shower. I stood in front of the mirror, naked in front of the mirror, and I looked at myself and I literally said, who are you? I had no clue who I was. I looked so different. 70 pounds different is a lot. And I'm about ready to go on a bodybuilding stage in the next week. I was getting ripped and I was, but I did not know who I was. And it scared the crap out of me because I hadn't done my homework. I hadn't done my spiritual homework. I was still living with Earth, but that was my first step towards a new life process of thinking. And this is where all Get Balanced sort of began. Get Balanced 2020. From that point forward, to find out that it is not where the body and changing your body, losing the weight or whatever you do to your body, that's not where it starts. It's where the mind thought process starts, and it starts from spirit. That's what's going on here for somebody. I don't know who it's for. All right, let's see what else is going on. But shared that little story for somebody. Divine said to share it, so I share it. I'm humble, open, and transparent. I call myself hot. Just like one of the churches, one of the speakers I listen to, he calls himself hot. So humble, open, and transparent. So I'm borrowing it from him. All right, so we have, and this is the Ace of Swords, truth. What is the truth in you? Where are you thinking? Where is your thinking from? Because something's not working. Something's not working. And you're fighting it because you've got good things coming. You're going to make it. This is what's coming up. This is awesome. This is improvement. This is balance. This is stability. Everything is coming your way, but you've got to be honest with yourself, and you got to be honest with others. Not everybody has to like you. I don't care if anybody likes me, to be honest. I don't care if anybody else thinks I'm a nut or I'm crazy. I am. Because there is no norm. There's no such thing as norm. There's no norm. And you know what? People are so afraid. They live in fear for so long. Oh my goodness. I don't share anything that I haven't gone through. So I don't know. There's somebody that has something hidden, though. There is something very hidden that you want to get out. You do want to get out. You do want to share it. I don't know what that is for somebody, but you do want to share it. And this is what's going to actually balance your life out. The star is going to balance it out. It's going to bring self-improvement, whatever this is you want to share, because the victory is there already. It's already done. Whatever you are inside, it's already done. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I'm excited for somebody, because once you release that, oh my goodness, yes, you're going to have total truth, total everything. Wow, I'm excited. And also, too, the ace is number 1. Number 1 is the beginning, the new year, new beginning, new thoughts, new ways of doing things. Old ways are not going to work. Whatever you're doing that isn't working, find a new way. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen. It's like insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. It just doesn't. And I'm witness to that, because I've had to do that with a lot of my horse business. You know, I was trying to do things over and over the same way. Wasn't happening. And I was like, what am I doing wrong? Well, times have changed. Try a different way. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. This is all about getting started in a new way of thinking, new process. Pentacles is going to bring you new career, new changes to maybe going to another level in your job, or maybe going to a different job that is where your passion, where your purpose is. Yeah. So again, something is missing. Something's not working. Something's not right. Something's sort of hidden. But this is fear. These 2 cards are fear. Anything you hide something, or anything that you're afraid to talk about or let go, that's fear. And all that will do is bring heartache. So don't live in fear this coming new year. This is something that needs to be let go. How do you get through fear? You face it. You face it. This doesn't mean that somebody is going to hurt you. This just means that there has been hurt also, maybe in the past, because it's acknowledging it, acknowledging the hurt, acknowledging the pain, whatever it is, acknowledge. And I'll say this like I did with the Geminis, or the Libras, is that we have to forgive in order to move forward. Can't do that. And a lot of people are like, oh, screw that. Screw you. I ain't going to forgive them. Well, then you'll just be living in bitterness, low vibrations. You will be held back. The devil card will always be coming up, because you're in bondage to that emotion, to that feeling, to that person who might be dead and gone by now. So yeah. So you've got to let go again of earth, and allow spirit to come in. All right, let's finalize this up, guys, and see what else we have. Let's see if there's any love or anything. Gosh, where's the love? Okay, I'll stop being silly. Okay, we have 7 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and then we have, wow, the 7 of Swords. So really pay attention this week about who's coming around you, because there's going to be some distractions that somebody's going to try to throw you off. Remember, oh man, seriously? Okay, so as you move forward into a new way of thinking, a new process of thinking more of joy, if you're just coming in right now, you want to go and understand the beginning of this, because there is a difference between joy and happiness. We're talking about that, and that's what we're moving forward to. But the thing is, there is a big difference, and you do want to think of joy, but somebody's trying to steal your joy. So be really, really mindful. Pay attention with the Hermit. Pay attention to the people around you. Pay attention to what is happening around you. We've got the holidays where there's probably family gatherings or people getting together. Remember, listen to your intuition. That spirit trying to guide you on a GPS. If you listen to your intuition, you're going to stay out of fights. You're going to stay out of destructive ways of thinking, going back to old ways or bad habits. Bad habits are really big. And then also, too, it lowers your vibrations. Then it brings out, you got to work on your shadow side more. Trust me, I've been working on mine. And those kind of things. So you really want to be mindful who you're surrounding yourself with. Mindful to go and separate yourself once a day for even just 3-5 minutes a day. Even if you have to sit in the car quietly or sit out in the back porch quietly or whatever, just to have some quiet away from the noise. The noise is going to be strong with this full moon. It's going to be strong through the first of the year because it wants to distract you. It doesn't want you to have your rewards. It doesn't want you to change your thinking process to a higher level. This distraction, I'm surprised the devil didn't pop up, but it wants to hold you from moving forward. And that's sort of like all these energies with the pandemic. Everybody's in fear. Everybody's stuck in this pandemic. Yes, it is real. It is. But the thing is, we got to keep moving forward and thinking where we're moving. We're being reactive rather than being proactive. And we've got to be proactive. And that's the way the thinking process has to be for 2021, is be more proactive. I could keep going on and on and on, but I don't want to bore you. But this is a time to really pay attention to who is around you. Thank you. So they're saying, be mindful. Is the person or the people that you hanging around making decisions based on happiness, earth, things that make you go up and down? Oh yeah, it's great. And then you're sad, and then you're great, and then you're sad, then you're great, and then you're sad. And then, or you're frustrated, or you're angry, or you're upset. Or are you making the decisions by spirit? Spirit is going to actually it will be times like this, but it's not going to be like this. Because you're not operating anymore on happiness, you're operating on joy. Does that make sense? I hope it does. But this is huge. This is all about your mindset. This is all about your mindset and how you need to transform. And if you are in the process of transforming, which we all are, we just basically need to twist and shift to a higher vibration, positive, forgiving, let go of the toxic, let go of the baggage, carry one carry-on. Don't bring 5-10 suitcases plus a trunk with you into 2021. All right. So these energies are really, really huge. These energies are big. I wish I could just give somebody a hug, because this is a lot to take in. And it does take courage to change your mindset, or it does take courage to just ask for help, or it does take courage to get, like self-help videos. And that's why I do my Get Balanced 2020. It's all free for those. And the coaching, if you email me, that's free. But if it gets too extensive, then we need a one-on-one, or we need to move that way. Yeah, that's fine. But just so you know, on the down below, Get Balanced 2020 and Divine Warrior Intuitive, I just worked my patootie off and melded those two together. So there's a new web. If you type in either one of those, you're going to get both of those on one. You'll see what it's all about. I'd love for you to visit my website. Tell me what you think. Tell me what I need to do different, and what you would like to see on there. I'm still on the Facebook. I am doing TikTok now. I don't know if I'll do that, but somebody says, do TikTok. And I'm like, what's TikTok? I'm like, so I'm doing the 1-minute Instagrams and the 1-minute TikToks. And those are Monday through Saturday. If you subscribe and hit the bell, if you don't do that stuff, which I don't know, I don't know anything about it, but if you subscribe and hit the bell, you'll be notified on here that they are on, because I do them on here as well, every day, Monday through Saturday, for 1 minute inspiration, just to lift you up in the morning, get you moving out the door in a positive what do you call it? High vibrational energy as you go out the door. Doesn't mean you can't change in the day, but you got to try to lift yourself up first thing in the morning. So I hope you like this. And I know this is a lot of work, a lot. But again, the 29th live at 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time for the full moon and the New Year energy, New Year Day energy. I would love to have you. It's going to be live, so you can pop in, tell me where you're from, like Queen AC did, and tell me where you're from, say hello. If you have a question, anytime I have a live, have a question, ask it. I will answer it on the end, but I won't do them in the middle. Unless it has to do with what we're talking about, definitely I will do that. All right? I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful New Year if I don't see you on the 29th on the live. And again, I will see you on the 4th. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, share with your friends. I would love to see some new people on. And also, of course, I want to grow my channel, but that's not the point. I love doing what I do. I'll keep doing it no matter how many people are on here. All right. Take care, guys. Love you guys.